Hello, how are you doing? Oh, really? That's cool. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Your old pal Bill's doing pretty good. I was doing some thinking, and well, you ever wonder why farts stink? Like, why do farts smell like shit and burps don't? They're both gas. They should smell like gas. But neither really smells like gas. It's interesting, don't you think? I thought maybe I'd get to the bottom of this little mystery, pardon my pun. Maybe you don't know this, but I'm not just a genius billionaire computer guy. I'm something of an amateur scientist in my spare time. That's right. I occasionally engage in some amateur science. Amateur science is sort of like amateur pornography if you think about it. It's just better, feels more real, like you can trust it, you know. I just don't trust any science that I can't do in my own home. Same thing with pornography. If I can't recreate it, then it's probably not real, which means that there's no such thing as an erect penis. Ha, that's just a joke. My penis is fine. It's great, actually. Anyway, any good science experiment needs a good hypothesis. And mine is that farts are stinky because butts are stinky. But I guess the real question is, why are butts so stinky? And to be honest with you, I had no idea why. So I got to thinking, well, first I made myself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and it helps me think, gets my noggin jogging. Crunchy peanut butter, by the way, that's my jam. And grape jelly, that's also my jam. Jelly, not jam. I'm not a jam guy. I'm a jelly guy. Jelly in his belly makes Bill's farts smelly. That's what I said when I was eating my sandwich. I was just rhyming for fun, just goofing around. But it gave me an epiphany. Maybe I was actually onto something. So I did what anyone would do. I pulled out my Microsoft Surface Pro tablet and Googled where does food go after you eat it. Long story short, it goes to your butt. But that didn't really track with me because I've only ever seen shit come out of there. It was time for some field research, the field being my ass. I needed a way to see what's going on up there. The tricky part is that my butthole is behind me. I sort of wished I was one of those bendy and twisty pretzel guys so I could just put my head back there and get a look. But sadly, that's not the hand that God dealt me. But he did deal me a hand with billions of dollars. So I ordered a mirror off of Amazon. I have Prime, so it was next day shipping. I don't keep mirrors in my house because they remind me how nerdy I am. And I hate that. With my research on hold, I just went to bed, nestled in my bed, visions of sugar plums danced in my head. I had a dream where I was Lego Batman, and boy, let me tell you, I showed the Lego criminals of Gotham City absolutely no mercy. I woke up the next morning and my mirror had still not arrived, so I played some Roller Coaster Tycoon. Man, I love that game. I only play on Dynamite Dunes. It's my favorite level. I just play it over and over and over. There was a ring at my doorbell, so I sprinted down my hallway in my undies to go answer it. It took me about 10 minutes to get there, even at full speed. I live in a big mansion because I'm a billionaire. And anyways, it turned out to be the pizza guy. I forgot that I had ordered a pizza. All that theme park management really builds up an appetite. I get my pizza with just corn on it. Extra cheese too. I took my pizza and sprinted back to my computer. Then the bell rang again. I had eaten half of my deliciously delectable corn pizza whilst running, so I was starting to feel a bit lethargic. So I hopped on my Segway and leisurely rolled down to the door. Still in my undies, by the way. Just want to point that out. I excitedly flung the door open. It turned out to just be my daily gummy worm delivery. Sour gummy worms, of course. The Patrician's Choice. I only get the red and blue ones. Those are the best ones. I suspected my mirror would arrive at any moment, so I set up camp by the door with my worms. And by camp, I mean I sat on the floor, cross-legged. Still in my undies, by the way, just making sure you still know that. So what I like to do is hold the worms over my head and pretend that I'm like a hungry little baby bird. Then I slurp them right up. Don't even chew. Slurp, slurp. I finished the whole 2-pound bag and still no mirror. I don't know if you've ever eaten 2 pounds of gummy worms and a large corn pizza, but I needed a nap. I woke up 4 hours later to a knock at the door. Finally, it had arrived. I didn't have a knife on me, so I gnawed through the box like a beaver. Do beavers eat wood, or do they just chew through it? Regardless, I swallowed a lot of cardboard. The texture was pretty good, but I'm not a big fan of the taste. I whipped that mirror straight out the box and set it up. I slipped my undies off and positioned myself for my whole inspection. I put my head between my legs and then spread myself open. I found it hard not to be distracted by how nerdy I looked when I saw my face, but I persevered. I focused in on that gaping crevice that was now my sphincter. Glasses, zoom in. That's right, my glasses are state-of-the-art Microsoft technology with built-in zooming functionality. Now that I had a good view, my suspicions were confirmed. Yep, there's poop up there. I knew it. No food though, so Google was wrong about that one. I needed to confirm one last thing. So I farted. I took in a nice big whiff. Yup, smelled like shit. It was time to compile all of my data. Once again, I pulled out my Microsoft Surface Pro tablet. Then I opened up my Microsoft Office spreadsheet application. Upon analyzing my newly acquired data, I came to a startling revelation. I didn't believe it at first, so I began crunching the numbers again. They were correct. Numbers don't lie, and neither do I. Honest Bill, that's what they call me down at the Microsoft offices. Honest Bill, the billionaire. Anyways, it turns out that all of the shit in your butt is what makes farts stink. Can you believe that? Science really is incredible. And so am I. I deserve some credit. So it makes sense why burps don't stink like shit, because there's never been shit in my mouth. At least not yet anyway. Wow. We sure did learn a lot today. I hope the rest of your day goes pretty good. I know mine will. I'm going to go add a food court to my theme park. See you later, pal.